I think I'm progressively better as well. I like I just like this look. Everybody back in the look at that. Come back into that. You can play a little classical jazz. I love that classical. Well, I know, but it's not yeah, and I want to make sure that I watched the movie and would well, okay. So Edward was this director, and he made really terrible. Budget was and she didn't have the finances. Yeah, so he built the actors like 4 locations twice together. She didn't have money. She's like, videos for the daytime and nighttime for the same scene.
Just kind of terrible. It's actually watch TV. Now, something or other. I'm surprised at that. Oh, this is great. I'm going to say it's now done. It's in every movie on that. Somebody on Facebook showed a bunch of different queens, like 3 different queens, and then everyone was saying their favorite was John was a legend. I love the March.
Yes, he's nuts. They're all mad.
I like that.
They're all mad.
I wanted to pet her. Didn't that happen? I saw you. Yeah, of course I changed. Because I changed it like, yeah, I changed it. I think that came like more I love that she was Mother Teresa. And I probably was the first one that read the book. It's so hard to now my young kids are like, oh, you. Except I was sad. She was supposed to do my job, but she didn't. And Harry was supposed to be named both.
The presentation of the good sister,
Really? Well, we did. Harry didn't know what we were doing. More kind of made it fade away. Harry was going to be 3 I really don't know why it's okay. Only page books in 3 movies. I read it before. I have never gone for anything. No one's ever tried.
I really know she all the time. But yeah, I heard those last 5 minutes.
It's not Richard President, it's maybe not communication. Oh, what I'm talking about. Oh, they have to work out. Oh, no, I'm when I saw you, they have one, it is the beat right. It's not like,
Sheer silence. Black bar, black bar.
Black bar. But.
Well, no, the kids were around.
Make sure it writes.
Let's go cover it in
You gotta make sure.
Yeah.
Chop on.
Well, I was thinking black bar shorts. For the bottom, and that makes like bar without having to worry about it. And then I have a scratch bra.
Join us. And you can.
So you get a top line
I'm excited to be back. Okay, so first up, we're going to have Chris come up with an announcement. Chris, are you ready with your announcement? I thought didn't you have something you wanted to communicate? No? Oh, okay. Awesome. All right. Well, Chris will be coming up later. He is marvelous. All right. We are going to have another Chris opening the show. He is going to play some beautiful guitar, and we shall listen intently. Give it up for Chris.
Hello. Hello. How are you? Good. Okay. So I wrote a song about Desiree Bender again. Leaves on trails in your makeup, how you safely to hide. While you dream of better plans. Without you gone, will you be my safety net tonight? Cause you in your dreams, I'll give my last time. So let's find who you are. Never cease to put a smile on my face. I will never be the same. That you are no longer an Thank you. Very up next, we have our friend Emmanuel here tonight. Where is Emmanuel? What's up? Oh, okay. Chris does have something to say. Hold your gloves, sir.
Next month, the Poetics, we're going to put on a show at the Arts Center in collaboration with the Arts Center. And there will be 2 days of Poetics at the Arts Center. And there are free posters, so you can grab a few. If you want to also help promote it, we are looking for people who can place posters up. We're going to have poets from Seattle to San Francisco coming through. And we'd like to be part of that whole process. There will also be open mic. So grab a few, contact Nicole or myself, and I'm going to be printing some more tomorrow, and be part of it. Thank you.
And if you want to contact me, I am Nicole, N-I-C-K-E-L-L-E, yoga at yahoo.com. So if anybody wants to contact me later, just come on up and I'll give you the digits. Okay, up next we indeed have Emmanuel. Should I say, where are you? My blossoming flower.
I'm not. How are you? Seriously? No, I'm Alright, so it's called difference. Common courtesy, universal unknown exclamation. A blemish on the masses of something or other. Compromise. What's a handshake anyway? Cultural normative. Colonized mind. Taking advantage of one another. The language occupation of communication. Whisper into my hand and I'll tell you how to catch. Promise you that you won't, and promise I will hold it against you. Pray for those who fear not the national team. The vocal hand. Lost incarnations wither in weary hands. Whip if you must, but know the lashings will fade for those with sound understanding. For the rest of us, know your words will fall on your ears. The difference.
All right, for your lovely listening ears, I have a poem of my own. And this poem, getting exciting up here. This poem I wrote in homage of this amazing group of people I found up near Triangle Lake. They are developing this property to house a boarding school for children K through 12. And it's all hands-on learning. What they're doing is really tremendous. It's called Circle of Children. So this is called Discovering the Circle. Circle me with your open arms and open heart. Gaze deeply and make truth and love spew from my eager lips. Barefoot and sun-blushed we roam about, free to accomplish all the things one must do to live in harmony. Sweat droplets roll between our shoulder blades, knees caked with strong, moist earth, hands working tenderly amongst the baby kale and tomatoes, teasing fertile clay from their roots, and replanting, measuring with our fingers to ensure their happy growth. Listen quietly, and you can hear the secrets of bees. We nurture each other as we tend the garden, with phrases of delight, conscientious questioning and praise. We heal each other with food from the garden. We chopping, mashing, and mixing brilliant greens, reds, yellows, and sometimes purples. The singing begins as the sun behind the tall fir trees, or sun sets behind the tall fir trees. Bellies now full of magic, we giggle and sigh, mouths stretching into wide grins as our hands entwine. The circle leans close to the fire, and voices deep from within rise up to play amongst the stars. We're held in this moment, bound to each other by luck and fate. We have discovered love that we trust. We are discovering the circle. And very up next, we have our friend Casey Cruz. Where is Casey?
Alright, and this is my second time reading here, and the first time I got such a rush from it, and I thought it was really good, so I go home and write another one. This is called Member of a Bandit Conspiracy. As I read the beats of half-missed opportunities and the way the train streams by, abnormality leashes to my spine, a feast of flaws in her teeth. With every testimony of torture that probes those salient tracks, an unconventionality aches for validation. They press their skull to boulevard and depart like bathwater, artery down drain, and predictably, the countdown clicks scroll by into another cycle. Anxiety only recently cultivated the twitch as you let out on the edge of sleep. The body and mind taut against your scapula, a method for survival. You learn to suck it up, rip it out, and lick the feet of those like brick walls, caught up in their own commodity. Literate light switches to a practicality of day in, day out, logging their credibility on every window that playfully invites attitude, and they deliver indifference. Speech class never taught us how to be genuine, to cry in front of strangers who hurt stranger, who'll drop their sleeves and give an understanding of the night you climb 10 trees and left in the crown of everyone, willing these things into wings. 365 feather-worn badges, the days you singed routine into your eyelids, all the while bending pliant body of whiplash over acres, roiling a crude impulse. The nights you let masculinity scratch its tail across your bones in an effort to breathe. You spent away dreams on holding breath. Taught a generation of being, but being was in a world grown like back muscles, breathing up behind those who fixed calendars for your fluidity to strain. Since when is it okay to bind obscurity like crime? When did we make addition to the human condition a measure that boxes germination with abuse? Adolescent, fledgling of the firm, you come into conviction like a discord comet to passivity. They guard their ordnance and watch the web stick with creativity like flypaper. You look at your branded hands, your unfinished fissure, passing like song once in a picture, and taste perspective stacked in home run hits, articulacy optional. Inevitably, clarity slaps her way into a mindfulness without a thought for the strength of your newborn tropism. Her concern long deserted to discern reality for its fact. No wonder you can't seem to get off the ground. No ears for fears, no eyes for scars. You find yourself valley to valley, heart a navigator of the stars. Taking the arduous route with only flightless dreams to cleave the brush, affirms, It only gets harder to fly as you lose your feathers. Accommodation no longer sticks its claws in every glance into wakefulness, because you're tired. You're tired for years you get to live, set on missing by the mere chance that rationality, through repetition, was nothing but an era, born to pass on for bravery. You may be young, but naive isn't something idealists believe.
We have the lovely Ava Rogers. She's been around for so long, so she's going
Of course. I knew it was a first draft poem, such melodies, I could call it a song, and I'm cautious to do that. It was written during my work shift where I was working for like telemarketing donation fundraising thing for like board of inspiration. Yeah, I figured I might do something worthwhile with my time going 6 years. I didn't know. So I know what happens. You egg me on to fight because you know I love to win, and though you're telling me you love me, babe, you know that it's us. And when I can hold into your hand and I can sucking on your fingers, it's the devil's sultry hourglass with sand it seldom lingers that can pin me to your bed. Your insufferable pretense through the ringing in my head, where the sound echoes my weak defenses. Please say what you wanted to. We haven't got much longer. Help me paint the season blue. We can have dinner with my father. If you let me sleep the night, I'll make you call me in the daytime. Baby, just turn off the light, and I will show you how our bodies rhyme. But you don't care for sleeping, babe, except when I'm awake. It's a sorry contradiction, found me rambling my mistakes, so I will smoke your filtered cigarettes. If you pick up the wine, I will forget about my foresight. We can fantasize that you are mine. It isn't what I wanted, but you can't survive the way I shout. It's just so fucking twisted that I had to write a song about the way I turn you on and the way you put me on my game. I know that you are gone, but the rock stars are calling out your name. You egg me on to struggle, cause you know I couldn't win. And I am telling you I love you, but you tell me that my heart is tinged with poison, though it's not my fault. I'm toxic to your stomach, full of butterflies and somersaulting. Still you say you love it, with the harshness on your tongue and the saccharine on your fingertips. You play me like a song you sung well, softly chewing on my lips. It isn't what I want, but you will not care if I scream about it. It's just so fucking twisted that I had to sing this song about the pedestal you put me on, and how I toppled from its sides, and how you like to build me up before discarding all my rights. It's just imagination, cause you know that I cannot be tamed. It's only petty irony that leaves me sorry, sore, and pained. I worried when I thought you'd stay, cursed you when you left. Cause you know it always ends the same, with madness, destruction, and death. I told you that I love you, but you swear to God I'm wrong. We're just so fucking twisted up. I had to write this song about myself and my transgressions, your desires and all the lessons, just to tell the two apart. Had to splatter all this art across the floor and on the ceiling. Still the fever blisters start, where I find my body reeling for another line, another song, another voice to write this wrong. I know I said I'm falling, but you know that it's appalling how we glorify aggression, how I became your obsession. When you walked away the other day, hit me once again, but you adored to be my lover, but are loath to be my friend, because you always call me over, even though it is ghetto. It isn't what I want to be. Your time is in the rough, but it's hard to. No, yeah. No, I'm like almost done. Isn't what it's been like months since I saw this. Isn't what to be your time in the rough, but it's hard to keep from glowing. From beneath the smack and plump and snuff like smoke set out my window, or a flicker in a thunderstorm. I still conduct a fluorescent cyber symphony to keep me warm, a conduit with backup line, so you will always feel my pulse. I'd wire by bombs inside your minds to shatter all your cycling walls, so you are not to forget me, or the way you set my brown eyes shone. And I will not stop writing songs, reminding me we're not alone, and they will not stop swooning. It is written in their DNA, and I will not stop singing songs. And I will, and well, again, do it. And they will not stop swimming. It is written in their DNA. A script I can't stop reading because I've always got so fucking much to say.
Excellent. Ooh, oh, I need to smoke. All right, up next we have the talented Skunk. Where is Skunk? The Skunk's still here. Okay, well, if Skunk decides to come up later, please tap me on the shoulder so we don't miss you. Okay, all right, so up next we've got Bobby on the line here. All right, no mic for this gentleman.
Too many people are filled with hate and discriminate. Less concerned with the starving boys and girls and more concerned with gays. So that's why I make my stand for every man and woman, every high school student who has ever been afraid to come out and be who they truly are. So let me start by shedding some light on a reality that's been taken and abused. How humanity has misused their words to describe something based upon their own conformity. And it's sad to me that people are taught to see that gays are evil. Yet love people as people, that's what we preach under our steeples. And it's that same steeple that we refuse to view same-sex marriage as equal. It's like a sequel of the civil rights, the type of thinking that is black and white. People oppressing people to start wars and fights, being passed down opinions of what's wrong and right. And if you do believe that gays are living in sin, to only result in their own life-taking destruction, then why the fuck would you add to their death with your own negative words and judgment, only to experience the death of your own sin? Yet, treat people as people. That's what we preach under the steeples. You see, tolerance or not, I don't give a fuck. A human being is a human being created in the image of God. And the gospel of Jesus isn't that a man should be tolerated, but that every person that he has created should be loved and celebrated. And we're taught to hate the sin and love the sinner. But if you had the chance, would you even do dinner with somebody different than you? Or maybe it's true that fear has come over all of us, that we might not be much different from the ones in whom we judge, or from the ones in whom we hold a grudge, or from the ones in whom we withhold our love. And when people ask me whether I'm for or against gays, I speak honestly. That I'm not an advocate for anybody's sexuality, but I am an activist for all people's dignity. And some say I'm joining a bandwagon, but fuck them, they're just noises. Maybe I'm just speaking on behalf of the people who've lost their voices.
Next we've got Kirk. Is Kirk still with us? Excellent. Give it up for Kirk.
And thanks to Poetics Corvallis. This is awesome. I didn't even know that we had Poetics going on out here, and there's all this talent that I haven't seen yet. So, hell yeah, thank you for everything. I'm gonna do his little, like, I guess it's kind of like a song. I'm just gonna snap my fingers as a beat, and if I get off beat, just forgive me, because I kind of suck at keeping a beat. Leading with your faults, right? So. I got no home, I got no birds until the sun. No smiles upon my face, you'll never believe. Yeah, there was a cold creek I used to swim way back when I was a kid. It always felt like where I was supposed to be. And now I got a new name. So many years, but nothing's changed. I got no fruit growing on my side tree. Yeah, oh, one day it will bloom. I'll get high that soon. So many hungry people waiting on me. So someday, when the shadows turn the daylight, like children long forgotten summer evenings, yeah, I will lay there once again, like an old bad friend, smiling at the buds going on, smiling at the buds going on.
Wonderful. Up next we have Gene. Come on, Gene. You're a man. Mike, Mike. All right.
I wasn't going to read tonight because I'm a little sick, so please bear with me. Hopefully all of you can hear me back there. All right, so this is kind of in a response to a few other poems I heard tonight, and it makes me the biggest hypocrite in the world because I am a 8-hour-a-day Facebook user. Anybody else Facebook user out there? Okay, so I'm not alone. All right, here we go. Call it Ode to Social Media. Innocuous statement, like frivolous update, like joining of lives, new life, like tragic loss, like emotions make us feel discomfort. Don't show you care. Don't let them see you cry. Suck it up. Push it down. Feign interest. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Passive. If feelings make us weak, why are hate and love so strong? I love, tremble, shake, emote till I can no longer contain it. There is no like button for life, for power, for truth. Push that button one more time. I dare you. Whoa, don't get so excited. Do my emotions intimidate you? Are my tears uncomfortable? Is my joy tainted with hollow envy? I don't need your approval. To like me, afford me a passing glance. My biggest fan, my best. No, friend request accepted. Acceptance, the need for validation from a faceless book. I sing my praises, revel and delight. Build me up so you can't tear me down. Scroll down, ignore me, hide me. Good. Double plus good. Like and comment so that you may like again. Why not share? Share my joy. Be with me in times of sorrow. Step out of yourself. Embrace others. Embrace me. Take me into you. Drink BG. Share. Thank you.
Yes. Woo, all right, number 14, we've got Will. Where's Will? Yeah. Will's got a beard and some cool glasses and some pretty damn cool socks. Nice. Way to come in true form.
Alright. The year is 1990. When I wake up, a gray leaf of cigarette and marijuana smoke lazily curls around the naked bulb in the ceiling of our studio. I climb out of the top bunk to the bed I share with my younger brother. There is no privacy in such a small space. My brother and my father are sitting on the floor, smoldering sticks of incense and tarot cards in a disarray on short of my coffee table. My brother talks animatedly with nothing, filling the air with my father's smoke. My father sits in a full lotus, wearing a pink ruffled skirt, with a padded bra, naked from the waist up, taciturn, nodding sagely to my brother's name, his cheeks drawn sharply as he sucks on the glass pipe. He exhales and glares at me, and his eyes say the words that I've heard so frequently. Get the fuck out. Those black orbs tell me. I pick up my boots and burp them and give them a shake to dislodge any earwigs or cockroaches that may have taken up residence during the night. I put on my gray leather jacket. It's warm, but it's out of the style of the 70s, so it gets me some flack at school. I always look forward to winter break, but after a couple of days, I remember how nice just having a place to go is. I get even more flack for having perfect attendance halfway in my sophomore year. I grab a cold pancake from the stove and take small, quick bites while I stare at grime-encrusted enamel to delay the dread question. Every morning, my pride struggles with my greed before I inevitably ask, Dad, can I have my moments? The question emerges quietly with a subtle stutter. I wish I could speak up, because I know that my stutter will be worse if I have to ask again. He gives me $1 a day. It's nice to have a little money, and sure, I know kids who get a lot more if I hate asking for it, asking for money that feels obligated to give, asking for this handout from a stranger. Our mom abandoned us with him 2 years ago. She went to Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Texas, somewhere, I'm not sure. She dropped us off and left her goodbyes in a cloud of city exhaust. I can't say I miss her. Before we moved in with him, I had no memory of my father. We hadn't lived with him since I was a zygote, as far as I could tell. My mom had told us stories of him, tales about their time in Alaska, where I was conceived, stories of masculinity, of living a facsimile of homestead life. Mom had only recently come in contact with him again, and after a nasty divorce with her second husband, dropped us off at father's studio apartment. My father's home was new and disorienting. It smelled smoky and spicy in a way my middle-class nose wasn't used to. The entire place was about as big as my bedroom had been living with Mom. My brother greeted him with a big burly hug and a smile of warm affection. It all seemed so fake to me. I never really liked touching people, but shook my father's hand because my brother started it. My brother took an immediate liking to him. He wanted to participate in his AA meetings, even going so far as to take part in the ritualized greeting. Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm an alcoholic. Why would I say I'm an alcoholic if I never had a drink? They were constantly having deep conversations of little significance while surrounded by incense and pseudo-spiritual pamphlets. My brother was taking up his filial responsibility for the life of his father. I wanted to take my time to get to know him. Apparently, he expected his oldest son to immediately worship him as well. But I saw no reason to blind love and respect a verbally abusive, recovering alcoholic with a penchant for women's underwear. He hates me for every time I don't smile when I look at him, for every time I don't love him, for every time I don't want to talk about unlocking my spirit chakras. With a grunt, he gives up his doll. I leave the apartment and my hands immediately find refuge in my pockets. The one good thing I can say about our apartment is that it's warm. I start walking a mile downtown. The lack of traffic and the smell of wood smoke that puffs cheerily out of chimneys reminds me that it's Christmas. Fuck. I start to get angry. I hate fucking Christmas. Nothing is open. My dollar I was looking forward to buying a burger or a burrito with is worthless. I usually spend my days wandering the aisles of grocery stores, taking the free samples from the delis and butcher's counters, but those stores are closed. All my friends are at home with their families. I appreciate having a break from school, but without the daily reminders of homework and papers due, I lose track of the date. Christmas sneaks up on me. My feet slow and try to turn me back home, but I can't. I want to lay in bed and turn on some sappy Christmas movie about how even people live in shit have a nice life on Christmas, but I can't. My dad will yell at me and tell me how he hates me, wishes he could kill me if he weren't my father. I wish that his words wouldn't affect me, but they do. They devastate me. I hate looking weak in front of him. I hate when I cry in response to his cruelty, so I keep walking with nowhere to go. An occasional car speeds by on the nearly empty streets. The sky is gray, but the clouds look high, with no promise of rain, which I'm glad of. I finally arrive downtown and greeted by empty parking lots and hidden storefronts. I wander, hoping that one store will be open, where I can inside to be out of the wind and look for a trifle to spend $1 on. Denny's is open. I go inside and join the two slump-shouldered men sitting on cracked red stools at the counter. One is silent. The other flirts with the other waitress. She seems disinterested, as though she's waiting for a promised time that only comes once a year. Denny's 5 o'clock closure on Christmas Day. I really want hot chocolate, but I order iced tea because I know I'll get refills. Though I can't talk with her, I crave even that minor interaction. The waitress is young enough that my 14-year-old mind fantasizes about her. I'm jealous of the old guy who's flirting with her, but I know I can hardly talk to her. I stutter just trying to order my iced tea. The more I try to force the words out, the harder it is to say them, and they end up sounding like a freak. This is the first I've seen her, but I'm immediately fascinated. I fantasize about holding her hand and kissing her. My biggest fantasy is of telling her that I love her, hearing the words returned before we gently make love. I've never actually done it before, but in the movies, the lights are always dimmed, and bodies gently rub against each other, and that's how I imagine myself with this slightly disheveled waitress. I leave the restaurant and walk back to my father's apartment as the sun sets. Fat drops of rain shock me with cold as they run down my neck, but my jacket keeps me mostly dry. As a heavier burst erupts from the sky, I take shelter under a small bridge near the apartment. The creek bed is dry, covered with large bubbles and bits of trash bleached by the elements. It's completely dark out, and the bridge is a small shadow in the rain. I imagine myself sheltered from the world, and I masturbate, thinking about the waitress. I return to the apartment, knowing that my father can't bitch at me. It's dark out, and the law tells him he has to give me a place to sleep and some food to eat, even if it's just cold beans and rice. I lay down in my bunk and watch that movie I was telling you about, the one where life doesn't suck on Christmas.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Up next, we've got Chris Gray. Is Chris Gray around the corner there? Chris? Chris?
He's up.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's see. I think we'll go ahead and go for Lauren Nansen. Yeah. Excellent. Let's give her a round of applause. I was going to pull this up while Chris was going. So last year I got really sick, and I was sick for like a whole year. It was terrible. If any of you have ever had a chronic sickness, you know what I'm talking about. But this poem is called Healed. How can anything be the same now? After that occupation, thank you is not enough. That occupation of the enemy inside the bounds of my homeland, drinking up the rivers of my plenty, devouring the abundant grains, issuing the stamp of scarcity, of dryness,
infesting my lifeways with pestilence. That occupation in which the smell of rotting overpowered the smells of springtime, and death took up residence in me like a hive in a lion's carcass. And how can I not cry at every God-given right that now given, once taken, at every God-given right that is now given, once taken. Thank you, it's not enough. And how can I not laugh at every ray of sunlight once I have sat in a prison cell? I am a new woman, and I breathe a new air. I live a new life, and I feel a new occupation. Healed. Like the story of the crippled can dance, except I know the story deep now. Like the story of the diseased can live normal again, except I know the story deep now. Deep in every skin cell, and true to every sense of mine that knew it in heaven but did not feel it in earth. True and real and deep to the extent of the miracle of the incarnation, living and marching through my arteries and vein webs, caressing my organs, relieving my bones of the weight they bear, and sparking up a resurrection that I cannot believe even as I rise, up and up and up into the high clouds of regeneration. I am alive, and I am new, and I am creative energy. I am loved, and I am love energy. Thank you is not enough, but thank you. Thank you.
Feel so blessed to be surrounded by such wonderful writers tonight. You guys have all been such an incredible joy. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for staying with us tonight. Up next is Chris Gray ready? No? Chris Gray? Chris Gray? Okay, up next we have Alex Peterson. Peterson, right? Pedersen. Pedersen. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you for creating this space. I just wanted to say that it's awesome. And this is my first time reading in front of you all. Thank you for listening. Welcome to Walmart. Registers ring and change clatters. The bells of a new faith sound in ears. Believers march through motorized doors every day. Fanatics don their Sunday best, the latest trends in affordable fashion with electronically expanded pockets. Beneath fluorescent angels, followers walk the aisles. They search for shepherds bearing name tags to guide their white fleeces. Rubber shopping cart wheels squeak and groan beneath the weight of dollar cosmetics and Tupperware made in the Dominican Republic. They glide across the vast tile floor, cogs in the conveyor belt of consumption. The parish praises capitalistic tradition of purchase. The congregation pays alms of President Jackson and Visa. And the bells toll at the checkout line, calling all believers.
I never thought Walmart could inspire something so awesome. Well done, Alex. Thank you. All right, we have Chris. Chris? Oh my God. Okay. All right, we've got Zach coming up next. Mr. Weinstein. Give him a nice round of applause.
This poem is about ecosystem. It's there are these pools that form where called vernal pools that are wet in the spring and they dry out later in the summer. And so the plants that grow there only have a short window to flower and set seed. And yeah, there used to be more of them in the Lemon Valley before there was a bunch of agriculture and development. Vernal pool. Go to where the Dalmatia and Oringium grew. Oringium's white spines like sea urchins on diverging stems. Dalmatia's petals once flared blue, outlasting water's hues. You are there, toes titillating, worms penetrating parched earth. Water now flows down prairies of past to pool. Down India, Oringium, stake claim to your realm. It is time to return. Occupy the farmer's field. Remain untilled until the land's fulfilled. Flourishing, ephemeral flowers will be the flags of victory.
Zach is part of this awesome group called the Rabid Botanists, and you can find their videos on YouTube. They're pretty sick. Yeah, they love plants to the point where they're rolling around in them. It's hysterical. And there's some great snow shots.
Hellier was actually in our second video.
Yeah, I got a little bit rabid with my red dress. It was pretty fun. So yeah, go check those out. They're super awesome. So we've got some extra time here. Does anybody else want to come up and read? Yeah! Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's quiet when we didn't want to get up while someone else.
Who's next?
All right, I think we got Michael coming up once he grabs his book from the car. And let's see, so we've got this amazing festival. Lend your ears just for one more moment while we're reading for our lovely poetry turn. All right, so coming up May 2nd through the 3rd, we have this amazing poetry gathering. It's going to be in the Art Center, is that correct? The Art Center is on Madison. It's surrounded by all these cool sculptures made by local artists. Inside, there's some beautiful galleries. So it's going to be an amazing event. I would highly recommend you guys make time to come to that. And it's going to be a gorgeous time of year. So this all celebrates spoken word and poetry together in what's probably going to be the most amazing sanctuaries for it in town. So definitely come. All right, and we've got Michael coming up next. Woo! Hi, no Michael from here this time.
I have a couple poems. Something I'm trying to, it's a topic I'm trying to expand on, writing about. Today is Thursday, March 20th. Spring begins, and little letters printed in the corner of today's box. Today is Thursday, March 20th. Spring begins. Spring begins. No, spring begins. No, spring begins. Today is Thursday, March 20th. Winter. Winter's coming. Scribble. Scribble, spring begins. Scribble. No, scribble. thought you hated winter. Poking the box like that changes seasons. Look, it's sunny. Let's look at the sun. The blue sky, the Corvallis gray is finally gone. No, spring begins. Spring begins. No. Winter. Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spring begins? No. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. How could I expect you to trust that the seasons will come back when no person has? One more. If I can find it. I did it a minute ago. MB, just don't stop giving me daps. Good job. Like, we've known each other years, cruising through that bougie neighborhood on the north side of town. Houses lie football fields apart, size of 10 of my childhood homes. Shit, bigger than my apartment complex. MB, just don't stop giving me daps. Scuba-doo. I don't know you've ever done this before. Like, I spent my teenage years in cars with blunts winding steep hills over my town hills. And B, just don't stop giving me daps. Okay. Laughing, falling out of your seat at 300 pounds, don't hold easy. In your 4 pairs of pants with yellow ruler suspenders. You having a good time, buddy? Good time. And B, just don't stop giving me daps.
All right, who wants to come up next? Anybody else? Do I need to sing? Yeah, I don't have anything original to sing. Oh, Mo! Excellent, we've got Mo! And my mic's not on.
Mo.
So I don't have anything, so this is going to be fun. Let's see.
Oh, do you want a topic? Oh, do you want a topic?
I can try with a topic if someone wants to give me a topic.
Yeah, audience topic. Come
Anything.
on. Peaches.
Peaches. Yeah. What kind of peaches?
Delicious peaches.
Georgia peaches.
Fresh picked peaches from Tweets.
Juicy
From
sweet. In
Tweets
Georgia.
Garden. Yeah, here in Corvallis. Tweets Garden. Fresh picked peaches. Dripping with juice. Go.
Fresh picked peaches.
Well, they're sensual. Go.
Millions of peaches.
Peaches so great.
Peaches. Everybody likes them. They're new. They're picked. They're delicious. We all look at them and see this wonderful, juicy fruit. Now, when it rots, we throw it away. Just like another day, we just toss it in the garbage. Just like the old friend, just like that new person, it's gone forever. Unimportant, just gone. We look at a new one and it looks delicious and we pick it up again and eat it and enjoy it, but then it rots. It goes away again, never seen again, gone forever. The next one, and the next one, and the next one, and it just keeps happening over and over and over again. Why does a peach have to go back?
Excellent. That was our first experiment with my next presentation, so I didn't know how to Who else? Anybody else? Come on, guys. I have the beginning of a poem I did read for you guys. Okay, unfinished work. All right, I started writing this one while I was on shift with my client this morning, and I was sitting in his kitchen while he slept because he doesn't like to clean when he sleeps, or he doesn't like me to clean when he sleeps. So I have to go on Facebook or write or do something creative. So this is called The Secret Life of Mr. D. Taking in a deep breath, I rap my knuckles loudly on the apartment door.
They warned me in the office that he was a practicing nudist, but that he had taken the time to putting on a shirt and pants for visits with caseworkers and caregivers. I hope he remembers our appointments today. They knock again, straining to hear anything on the other side of the door. The closer I get to the door, the less I hear, it seems, and I really hope he's just taking a peaceful sleep where the sounds of doors knocking are puppies licking your face and waves beating against a rocky shore. I hear a muffled thump and lean closer. A sweet, scraggly voice tells me he'll be right there. A sharp sucking sound followed by the whoosh of the air released from the aging door seals. And it's obvious that our visit has escaped his mind. Determined to make professional eye contact, I introduced myself as Mikkel from insert your above average caregiving brokerage company name here. But that adds some wrinkles to his forehead, so I tell him he can call me Mickey.
All right, I think that's all I've got. Skylar, would you like to leave us with some precious words?
He's got nothing. He is speechless, folks. We did a job well today. Give yourselves a round of Now, go off into the next month, get inspired, write, tell other people to write, tell people to come to our wonderful event here. Again, May 2nd through the 3rd at the Corvallis Art Center on Madison. So please come. Thank you and good night.
So was Dylan there to review?
Yes,
Here we go. Wave goodbye to the people. Goodbye, people.